Hey everyone, and welcome to Vancouver Island Bushcraft. Hey, I just recently saw a YouTube video on making a torch in the woods. You know, a long stick, cut it in a few pieces, make it flare out, put some birch bark in it, and some pitch and that kind of stuff, and then it lights for 10 minutes, and you just have to re-put the stuff in. And I thought, well, here on Vancouver Island we have the fatwood, and I was thinking of another way of making it that you could make a really quick torch that just takes a couple of minutes and would burn for probably twice as long. So let's take a look and see what I figured out. Okay, so I got a stick. This is just a maple stick, and I was thinking if I split this just like so, and then literally just take a piece of fatwood and jam it in there, and like that's it. I mean, I guess I could tie it here. I don't think that's really necessary, but I mean, how quick is that to make a torch? And well, this is how big it is, and when you need to refill it, you can just put another piece of fatwood right in there. So let's see how long this lights, because this is literally a 30-second torch build that you can make if you've lost your flashlight or if your batteries run out or whatever the case may be. And let's see how this thing lights. I'm going to go outside and we'll light her up and we'll see how long it lights and how well it lights. All right, let's head outside to my backyard. Have a seat, and let's see if we can get this thing lit and how long it'll take to light. All right. Okay, she's lit. Very smoky. Let's see, it's 10:57. It's very windy out, and yet it's not going out. Now there is one detriment, is that the pitch is dripping. So if it was, you know, a situation where there was a fire ban, you obviously wouldn't want to do this. And there's a good wind. Like there's a really good wind out right now. All right. And let's see if we can get the other side lit. Alright, she's lit pretty good now. That's a fairly good amount of flame. So, a couple things. It is dripping. It stopped dripping now, but initially it drips. It doesn't seem to have any dripping issue whatsoever. So when you first do it, I think it's important to make sure that you're not anywhere where there's something that can catch fire. It totally doesn't drip now. There's no issues with it now. And it's actually got quite a bit of flame. One other little detriment, of course, is the smoke, but when you're out in the woods, who cares? My neighbors might care in it now, but so yeah, she's lit pretty good. Got a pretty good flame on here. You just see the liquid pitch, but again, it's not dripping anymore. Just dripped initially. What are we at for time? 10:59. So watching this burn is going to be like watching paint dry. So I'll come back to you when it's just about out, and I'll give you the exact time that this piece burned for, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're at 11:01, and this is what the flame looks like still. There is the odd drip, so keep that in mind. There is the odd drip. I don't know if we could put some kind of a plate underneath, that kind of thing, or maybe a piece of bark underneath so it drips on the bark, so it, you know, a piece of wet bark. But yeah, it's still burning very, very hard without too much issue. I don't see any problems yet. This would create a fair amount of light, I think, at night. All right. Okay, guys, it's 11:04. This is how it's burning. Now this this stick that I used is completely dry. The pig brought it in a couple of weeks ago and was basically cuddling with it. And then she stopped doing it. So this stick is going to burn way more than a dry stick would, of course, or a wet stick would. But just keep that in mind. Oh yeah, here, the piece just fell down actually off of it. So yeah, it will burn, but a green stick won't burn as much. So it's actually going pretty good. Oh, sorry, it's actually going pretty good so far. Okay, it's 11:07. I wanted to show it to you as it is right now because I don't think the stick is going to last as long as the fatwood's going to last. I think that one piece is going to fall off and the whole thing's going to fall in the grass because I used a dry piece. But the fatwood's still on fire without too much issue. It's got a lot of flame still, and it's lasting pretty good. Even if it falls down, I'm going to keep the timer on until the fatwood goes out. Because if I had to use the green wood, of course, it wouldn't have burned through even close to as fast. Okay, so it's at 11:12, and I don't think there's a viable fire left. I don't think you'd be able to see anything with this, so I'm going to call this time. And yeah, both the larger pieces fell off, but it's still holding. Oh, there it goes. So we'd have to use a green stick, obviously. But oops, sorry, I keep doing that, don't I? We have to use a green stick, but I thought it was kind of a neat idea. Very quick to do, and easy. Okay, that's about it, guys. You guys take care, and don't forget to sub, like, and share, and I'll talk to you guys next time on Vancouver Island Bushcraft.